And just to amplify the last answer a little bit, there's a great physicist, Arno Penzias, who was co-discoverer of the cosmic background radiation, which was one of the very important confirming pieces of evidence in support of the Big Bang theory and the concept of a cosmic beginning. And he famously said, the best data we have are exactly what I would have predicted if I had nothing to go on but the first 5 books of Moses, the Psalms, and the Bible as a whole. There is, if you take a kind of Bayesian take on this, where you think, okay, I've got 2 different metaphysical hypotheses, what expectations would I generate from one as opposed to the other? Well, the idea of materialism, or scientific materialism, was the idea that matter and energy were eternal and self-existent. They'd always been here. But then we discovered, no, the material universe had a beginning. So that's not what you would expect on a materialistic world, given a materialistic worldview. But given a theistic worldview, indeed even a biblical worldview, you would have greater reason to expect a beginning, because on a biblical world, or on a theistic worldview generally, you would be positing a creator for the universe, and therefore that would suggest the possibility of a beginning. But on a biblical worldview, we have an even greater reason to expect a beginning to the universe, because it's affirmed in the Bible as the first words of the Bible and in other places. So, so I think Penzias's quote highlights how the way in which the Big Bang theory, or the evidence we have supporting that theory, is confirmatory of a theistic or biblical worldview, and disconfirming of a secular materialistic worldview. Interestingly, Richard Dawkins has framed the issue beautifully. He says, the universe we observe has precisely the properties we should expect. If at bottom there's no purpose, no design, nothing but blind, pitiless indifference. But that turns out, that's a great way of framing it, because it says, hey, look, we can test our competing metaphysical hypotheses by looking and observing the world to see what kind of properties it has. But the properties of the universe suggest that the universe had a beginning, and that's not what you'd expect on given Dawkins's scientific atheism. So it's disconfirming